Hey guys, and welcome to this video where we're going to be solving questions. And here we're going to take the questions from Cameroon GCE 2022 and we're going to target the differentiation part of it. So if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe. So you're going to be having these solutions to assist you with your studies. So go down there, click the subscription button, ring the notification bell so that once the content is released, you're going to have it. Okay, so it's question 5, Roman 2, and it's going to be C and Z. So the question says y equals to sine x ln x, that telling us to find dy by dx, and Z says x equals to 1 plus t squared, and y equals to t plus t to the 4 plus dy dx. So let's get started with the solution of this. We're going to take C, which says y equals to sine x ln x. Good. So let's solve that. Okay, solving that, firstly, as I said, always take your time first to analyze which technique of differentiation you're going to be using. Like now, let's read the question. It says y equals to sine x multiplying ln x. And to know that, we see that here sine x is a chain rule function where we're going to be differentiating, because we have a function here which is x and we have sine, which is two functions. After you sign the chain rule is simply implementing the function of a function. That means where two functions are joined, we use the chain rule. And here we have a linear logarithmic function as we just did. So go back to the videos, check those videos to really master this because you need them. Good. So differentiate this. Now if we check the sine x multiplying the ln x, and the two of them multiply, meaning we will still use the product rule. So let's get started. So this is going to simply be dy by dx of what? Now the product rule is what we're going to be using. And what does it say? The formula says we're going to be saying a v du by dx plus a u dv by dx. So we're going to name our functions. We would say let sine x be equals to v and ln x be equals to u. Now, differentiating this, as I said, the derivative of a sine is a cos. You just get back to the chain rule and check the differentiation of it. This is very simple. So we'll just differentiate this. Differentiating this, that's going to be dv on dx, which is going to give me a cos x. And if we differentiate this guy, du on dx, which is going to give me 1 on x, because we're simply differentiating this and dividing it by x again. Just check the video. Now we're done. Let's apply our formula now to see how it goes. Now we have dy by dx, which says v du dx. What is v? V is sine x. V is sine x multiplying with du. And what is du by dx, which is 1 on x. 1 on x, which can just be this on this. Then plus u. What is u? U is ln x. That's ln x. Multiplying with v, ln x, cos x. And that is it for the derivative of that function. As simple as that. So you guys just take your time and watch this video over and over to better understand it. Let's take the second question. So the second part of this says, let's say d says x equals to 1 plus t squared and y equals to t plus t to the 4. Find dy by dx. Good. So let's solve that. Okay, now if we look very well, as I always say, first analyze your question to know which technique of differentiation you're going to be using. We've solved something similar to this, and this looks exactly like parametric differentiation where we have parameters t. Even the question says it. So you can watch the video, it's almost similar to this. So the formula here simply tells us that we're going to have a dy on the x being equals to the y on the t multiplying the t on the x. That is it. So here, if we're having the formula saying the y on the t multiplying the t by the x, meaning we're supposed to have the y on the t and the t on the x. Now we're going to differentiate each of them to have that. So if I'm differentiating this x, which is equals to 1 plus t squared, now differentiating it the x on the t, I'm going to have polynomial differentiation just simply is going to have a 0, and then here we're going to have a 2t. But now we're supposed to have a dt on the x, not a dx on the t. We just invert that. Now the t on the x is going to be 1 on 2t. Now y on its own is t plus t to the 4. Now differentiating that, I'm going to have a dy on dt, which is going to give me 1 here plus 4t cubed. Because I just brought down this 4 here, I subtracted 1 from its power. Normal polynomial differentiation. As I told you, you're going to be using many of these techniques, so better solve as many questions to better understand. Now multiply them. Now dy on the x, as you see, is equals to, here we have a dy by dt, and what's our dy by dt here, which is a 1 plus 4t cube multiplying a dt by dx. That means multiplying a 1 on 2t, and which is simply equals to 1 plus 4t cube ordered on 2t, and that is the derivative of that. So guys, solve it again to better understand and master these concepts, and don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell. So subscribe now, subscribe now, subscribe.